Alright, how's it going everyone? So I had a comment recently about where the score was on a review that I had done. And as many of you might know, if you've seen most of my reviews, I actually don't put a score at the end of it. So I thought I'd just do a quick video just to explain why it is that I don't actually put a score or like a value sort of thing at the end of my reviews. So what's the reason for this? Well, to put it simply, everyone has different tastes. Yes, there are some downright terrible games out there that everyone can agree are terrible, or that some games are great and everyone can agree that they're all great. But what gels well for some might not for others. Now, I've reviewed some games in the past which aren't the usual type of games that I buy and play, so while I can enjoy the gameplay for the most part, for someone who does love that particular type of game, it would resonate with them so much more. Because of this, I feel like scores therefore become redundant. I might score something in a particular area slightly lower, like a 7 out of 10, because I'm not a big fan of a particular style of game, whereas someone might give it an 8.5. And I know that seems like a really small detail, but this can make a big difference to final scores and ultimately sway people's opinions when they see that final score at the end. A good example of this would be Dark Souls. Now, nearly everyone I speak to absolutely loves the series of games, however, I find it slightly boring. I know it's just not a game for me. Now don't get me wrong, I can see the appeal of it and it's a good game, but it's just not one for me. Now obviously I'd put my bias aside for a review, but deep down I just wouldn't be able to score it as highly as someone who loved the series because the game wouldn't affect me on the same level. Now put a Monster Hunter game in front of me and it's a completely different story. But again, to be fair, scoring it would be redundant to those watching. Yeah, I know that other reviewers score theirs, but for me, the review should come from what we can see gameplay wise and from what the reviewer is telling us about the strengths and weaknesses about the game. From there I'd make up my mind about whether the game is right for me. Having a number or grading at the end really means nothing. So remember that next time there's a game that you like and you see it get a slightly lower score than you were hoping for. At the end of the day, if you're watching or reading a review just for a number at the end, then you've missed the point of the review completely. Anyway, that's the quick answer as to why I don't score my reviews. They are my opinions, they're my thoughts on whatever I'm reviewing, and I can't tell you what you like or what's good for you. Watch the gameplay, listen to what's being said, and make up your minds from there. So thanks for watching.